Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Got some unexpected free time this afternoon and we're going to spend it at the workbench. We're going to get right back on our tiny Lund PEPSI Camaro. So let's get busy. Bring your model to life with MCV products. Visit them on the World Wide Web at mcvproducts.com. Okay guys, so at the end of the last video I showed you the grill and what I was going to do with that, and as you recall, we've got our shape here for the plates, for the numbers there. Really nice fit there, so we'll be making those plates. And the other thing I wanted to check on was how deep do we want that to be, because you see how the grill comes up. And let's start at about, say, 40 thousandths, and we'll use our sheet plastic for that. And let's, it might be a little too much. Let's drop to 30. I think that, and you know, we might could get away with 20. I don't want it all the way up there, but I want it to be, let's take a look at 20. I'm thinking we'll go with 30. Yeah, I think 30 thousandths would be better. So we'll be making our plate out of that. And the other thing I thought about since that last video was the grill itself. If you looked at those pictures, and here's the front end, and you see a couple of Camaros here, you see how they've got that mesh in the grill area. So what we're going to do there is put some wire mesh in here, and what I use for that usually is, and what I'm about to show you here, I've ordered this stuff on Amazon a long time ago. This is a lifetime supply. This is number 100 and 150 mesh, and with the 150 open here, and as you can see, this is an ultra fine mesh. This is I think it was like 5 foot by, let me look here, 5 foot by, yeah, it's just a little over 12 inches a foot long, but you can see how fine a mesh it is, and it is where you can see through it. But it's a pretty fine mesh. This is the number 100 mesh. And I also ordered this one, which was a number 150. So, and this one is just a 12 by 12, but it's a much tighter weave. But, as you can see, it's still translucent. So we're going to be cutting out a piece of that to fit over the grills there, or the bars for the grill there. And how we're going to get the size is pretty simple, guys. You can take some thin paper, honestly, a little piece of notebook. Let me see if I can find a piece of notebook paper here. This will work. And a pencil. Get that out of my drawer here. And you can just use that pencil to hold it, and well, I guess it would help if I got it in the right place and held it straight. And as you can see here, so now we've got the rough shape, and I'll go back and do this again and probably take my time, but you get the idea of what I'm doing is just going over that shape. Then we'll cut that out, and I'll cut it a little bit big out of the mesh, and then we'll slowly work it down to where it'll press. And as you can see, there's room up in there that it'll press right down over that. So we're going to go ahead and get this done. Once we get these plates on there, I'll get it in primer, and we'll do a test fit on the mesh, and I'll let you get a look at that. Then we'll go back, do our painting on it, maybe even get the decals, the numbers on it, and then we'll go ahead and put our mesh in after it's painted, and we'll get a look at it. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get the chrome on the bumpers. If you remember, those are in primer. I've got those cleaned back up again and reprimered. So we'll get those in chrome and get them set back. And whatever else we got time for, so let's get to it. Okay, guys, about to take a little afternoon snack break, and I wanted to bring you up to speed on our progress so far. As you can see here, I've installed the lower air spoiler, and I took my micromark punch and some 20,000 sheet plastic and measured out the size of the running lights, and went ahead and made my covers for those and got those installed. And I think that looks pretty good. Then we moved over to the grill. After I got those plates for the numbers installed, I did a test fit on the grill, and I think it looks pretty good. And then it was over to use that wire mesh. I used the 155 on this one, and you can see through it somewhat. But I think it looks pretty good. And usually I'll have to do this once or twice. As I trim it down, I'll mess up something. But this one, first time, was the charm, and I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good. The mesh is a little shinier than I would like. I'll probably have to hit that with some dull coat, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Then a test fit back to the body with the mesh in it. And after this, I went ahead and shot the cover plates in gloss black. Then when they were cured, masked off the edges, and then shot the grill itself in Tamiya semi-gloss. And then it was move on over to the body and measure and drill out where the fuel inlet needed to be as compared to the pictures of the real car. And once that was done, I went back and hit a coat of primer, and I could see a little bit of ghosting in a couple of spots. Some weren't really bad. The paint would have covered it up fine, but I wanted to make sure, so before I got the color coat on it, so where the scripts were, those coves, I went ahead and hit them again. I think they look pretty good, but I went ahead and put in one more coat on them. And the door handle on the driver's side still had a little bit of visibility where it was, so went ahead and filled that in. Same on the other side, and just kind of filled in any spots, and we're going to get that sanded here in a minute, get our final coat on it, and you'll see that before the end of the video. Once the grill was dry, I went ahead and took a look with the mesh back in it, and it looks pretty good, but as I said, you can see it's a little glossier than I'd like, so I'll probably hit this with dull coat once I get the numbers on the plates, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. And then here, of course, is it with our test fit with the mesh and with it painted and the mesh in it. But overall, I think it looks pretty good, pretty good. And then I went ahead and shot the bumpers in the Fusion Firm Chrome. And as you see, they look really good. And we're going to let these sit for 3 or 4 days, I think, before we do anything with them. But I think they turned out really good, really chromy. And I've already cut the decals, the 55s for the grill, or for the headlight covers. And like I said, you can see the gloss there. We'll get those installed. We'll go ahead and put that mesh back in it, and we'll get a dull coat shot over the whole thing. And after my snack and I get all that done, I'll be back. We have our screen installed into the grill, and we've got a light dusting of Tester's dull coat over it, and it really took that sheen off of that mesh and toned down those number plates. I think that looks pretty good. It's not fully dry yet, so we're going to let that sit for a little while yet. And moving over to the body, went ahead and got the rest of it sanded back down and reprimed. This is the final primer coat. After looking it over, what I'm going to do is hit it under running water with 1500 or 2000 one last time, get everything nice and smooth. Just a couple of spots, one in the middle of the trunk there, and everything else is relatively smooth. I did see a little nick right up here in the front that we had to fill and sand back down a little bit, but it's looking good. I'm going to be shooting this in the 3-tone paint scheme, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask off this lower section and where the red is on the roof, and then shoot the light, the really light blue, kind of a blue-gray, or blue silver right through here, and then we'll mask that off and then shoot the red. And I'm going to try to do this in 3 to 4 coats. And the reason I mask and then unmask, there's a lot of masking going on the way I paint. But what I try to do is, if I do 3 to 4 coats of one color, I try to do 3 to 4 coats of another. That way, the edge where they meet is smoother when I water sand before polishing. And there won't be a clear coat on this, because back then they didn't clear coat the cars. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to paint it the way they did it. And then we'll mask this stuff off, and I'll probably shoot the light blue, the red, and then we'll mask all that off and then unmask and then reshoot these sides in the darker blue. But I think overall everything is looking really good. I think it's going to make a pretty nifty looking racer. And that's it for the body. In the next video, I don't want this one getting too long. We'll go ahead and get some color on that, by the way. We're going to take a look at the hood. I got a few little places to sand up there, and I've got some semi-flat Krylon on here. And yes, I didn't say semi-gloss, semi-flat. They have 2 different ones. And I said Krylon, not Rust-Oleum. It's much friendlier, let's put it that way. This is that semi-flat. You see, it's got a decent sheen to it, and this is the semi-gloss. So you see there is a difference there, but I think they complement each other really well too. But next time we're going to get back on this. We're going to go ahead and wrap up that rear suspension, and we're going to get on the roll cage in the interior. We've got little bits, segments of it here and there done. The tires are done, the seat's done, the dash is done, the engine's done, firewall, all that stuff. So just little bits at a time, and then everything will just fall together. But this will be the focus next time. Will be interior, chassis, some of the hood, and depending on what we get done to the body, I'll show you that too. Also, I'll tell you what, before I close, let me share this with you. Let me grab it here. This Saturday, the Mid-Carolina Model Car Swap Meet. This is presented by the Mid-Carolina Modelers of Salisbury, and this is this Saturday, February 21st, from 9 to 1 at the Salisbury Civic Center. There's your address, 315 Martin Luther King Avenue, Salisbury, North Carolina. If you're in the area, come say hey. I've got a couple things on my shopping list that I really want to get, so we're looking forward to that. Always look forward to a time of shopping, as well as that time of fellowship, and to meet up with the guys and just have a good time and chat and laugh and just talk and have fun. So guys, like I said, if you're in the area, come over and say hey and do you some shopping, man. Have a good time. Guys, that's it for this one. I hope y'all have an awesome week. Next video, Amanda has expressed an interest in spending some time back starting on the chassis for her 50 Chevy pickup, so we may be doing that. And if not, I do have a how-to that a number of people have requested that I'm going to knock out. It'll be a short one, but I want to knock that out too. Okay, guys, hope y'all, again, have a great week. God bless. I'll see you in the next video.